we're going to begin seated today. Just taking 2 minutes to begin our morning with a little bit of breathing and meditation, getting our minds and our bodies ready for the day. So just starting exactly as you are, don't shuffle around, just sit however you are. Noticing how you feel today. Noticing where it feels relaxed and where maybe you need a little bit more space. Where you might need to take it easy today if you have an injury or any place that's sore. And then noticing your mind. How's your mind today? Some days we wake up happy, ready to face the day, energized. Sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. We don't want to get up. We don't want to go to work or start the routine. It's completely normal. But let's see if we can bring our minds to a place now where we're ready to embrace our day. We're ready to embrace this flow and everything that this day might offer. So just take a couple long, slow breaths. Inhaling, really letting the lungs fill up. And then exhaling, letting it all go. Take another big breath and let it all go. One more. Wherever your head is at, whatever your body's feeling, deciding here in this moment, we're going to find joy in this day. Whatever challenges come up, whatever frustrations, embrace those moments and taking from them a better perspective, moving through them with peace as best we can. Let's bring some movement in, breathing up to reach the arms high. As you exhale, let a hand come down beside you, reach over toward the mat and just circle out that top wrist. Give yourself another big stretch to the center and take it to the other side. Roll the wrist. Back into the center, we breathe up, exhaling down into the middle. Take a little movement side to side. Let the elbows bend and straighten, let the shoulders move, the hips. The whole back waving side to side. And then roll your way up. Take a breath, stretch one more time to the top. Exhale, hands behind you, fingertips face the hips. Give a little lean back and just push the chest open. And then back to the middle. We're gonna walk the feet up in front of us. Take the hands underneath the thighs, and you can either interlock the fingers or hold on to the forearms. We're just going to pull the legs in tight toward the chest until the feet come off the mat. So taking a little balance here. Hug the knees in. And then just begin to extend through the legs. Reach a little bit more, straightening legs a tiny bit more. Bring them down straight, take a breath up. Exhale down to your staff fold. So a little soft bend in the knees to start the morning out. We're just gonna pedal the feet. So I'm gonna press the foot forward to kind of stretch that leg straight. And then take the other one, stretch it out as much as you can. Being patient with the body as it opens, warms up for the day. Perfect. Pause the feet. Let's open them up wide and just take some circles around here. Take it back the other direction as well. Really give yourself a nice big lean forward as much as you can. Leading with the chest. Try and really get into those inner thighs and hips. Perfect. Bringing it still in the center. We'll slide the soles of the feet together, cobbler's pose. We're going to leave the feet down. I'm kind of rolled open the feet to the edges. Edges of my feet pressing together. I'm going to spread my toes wide here. Take my hands back behind like we did in the beginning. Give a press through the palms to open the chest. So the feet are pushing together. The palms are pressing into the mat. Go ahead, soften down through the chest. And I'm going to push up again, this time lift my hips up. So I'm using the edges of my feet to help me lift. Take a little movement front and back. So really softly just moving forward. Waking up the muscles now. And bring it down. Let's walk forward for our fold. One more breath here. And we'll release, rolling up. Let's bring the knees together and just give them a windshield wipe side to side. Great, let's go ahead and make our way over to our downward facing dog. So coming to all fours, let the hips come up to the sky, and I'm just gonna walk the feet one at a time. Give the backs of the legs a really nice big stretch. Go ahead, come forward into your plank. Take a breath. And then let the knees come to the mat. Let's push back to a child's pose, stretching nice and long. Tailbone to tips of the fingers. On your next breath, lifting up. Downward facing dog. Left foot reaches up to the sky, three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee, step the foot between the hands, back foot coming down. Open up to your warrior one. Nice and slow, we're gonna straighten that leg and then bend back in. Straighten up, bend it in. Let's take two more right here. We're gonna end on the straight leg. Reach the spine nice and long, and then reach forward, come down to your shin. Pyramid pose. So we're gonna stay on the shin a moment. I'm gonna hold my left hand on the leg, open the right arm. Come close, touch the side of the leg. Open the chest again, reach up. Touch the side of the leg. Two more like this. Bend that knee, reach up into your warrior one again. Open up the feet. Let's turn to the side of the mat. My feet are coming to face the corners. Open the arms, 5-point star. Great job. Let's bend elbows and knees down to our goddess. Keep that little bend in the elbows. I'm going to tilt to one side. Just stretch the side body. Let that arm reach out as well. Back into the center. And bring it over to the other side. Reach that arm long. Back into the center. And lift up, straighten arms and legs, 5-point star. Hands come to the heart. I'm going to turn the toes to face forward now. Take my hands to the mat, wide-legged fold. So I'm just going to come halfway. Give myself a little movement side to side. So upper body is heavy. Head is heavy, so the neck goes nice and long. Give the head a little shake. Soft bend in the knees. Let's roll our way up. Reaching tall, breathe in slow. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Heel toe the feet together or give yourself a little hop to the middle. And we're gonna step to the top of the mat. Breathing in, let's take it to the other side. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift, flatten out your back. Bring the hands back to the mat. I'm stepping back to my downward facing dog. You can walk the feet again or just hold the pose. 3 breaths. From here, let's move into high plank. Push the mat away just a moment. Let the knees come down. Let's push back to our child's pose. Go ahead, lift back to all fours on your next breath. And tucking the toes, bring it up, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Stretch that heel away. Step the foot in between the hands. Back foot comes flat as I lift to my warrior one on the right. Sink your way in. Nice and slow, we're gonna straighten and bend. So let that leg straighten out and bend back in. You can do this with your breath, inhaling to straighten, exhaling to settle in. Let's take one more here. Coming back to that straight leg, reach forward for the shin, pyramid pose. Open and close, left arm reaches out, and we close all the way back in. Take notice of your feet working to balance you as you move. That little twist in the upper back, feel it open and stretch that area as you come up. Let's take one more. And then we're going to bend that front knee. Take a big breath to lift back to your warrior one. Exhaling, straighten the leg. We're opening to the side again. Taking it into that 5-point star. So toes pointing toward the corners. Exhale to bend elbows and knees. Come to your goddess. This time my hands drop behind the back. Roll the shoulders back to pull the hands down along the glutes. Let's lean forward, let the hands lift up. If it doesn't feel comfortable to take the hands off the back, you can just hold them there. Interlocking the fingers. Really nice and slow, roll your way up to the top and let the hands rest back toward the hips. Straightening the legs a moment, roll the shoulders again, pull the hands down along the glutes. And then bend the knees in and take it for a really gentle little back bend, opening the chest. Hands just slide a little bit more down the tailbone. Release to the center. And release the hands. I'm turning my toes again to face forward. Give the arms a big breath up. Exhale, roll them out and open. One more, breathing high. Roll out and open. Take it to the mat, wide-legged fold. This time we're just going to sink into the pose, so soft behind the knees. Let the body relax down. Let the top of the head go heavy as it points toward the mat. More breaths. Lifting up halfway to the fingertips, flatten out the back. Little bend in the knees, and we'll roll our way to the top. Let's take a breath in and out of the mouth when you get to the top. Exhaling through the mouth to bring the hands to the heart. Let's heel toe the feet together or give yourself a hop. And we'll move to the top of the mat again. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, open up the feet. We're going to sit down into our chair pose. Chest is lifted. We're sinking into the legs. And release, forward fold. Reach down toward the mat. Go ahead, step your left foot back, coming into runner's lunge. And we're just going to take a little stretch here for a moment. And then let that left knee come down. We're going to turn this into a lizard. So my front foot is just going to walk out toward the edge of the mat so that both hands are inside the foot. From here, I can open up my hip a little bit more. I'm coming to the edge of that right foot. Now, if this feels good and you want a little bit more, you can leave that left hand down. I'm going to take my right hand onto the thigh and just very gently give it a little press to help that hip open a little bit more. So it's not a big push, just a little bit of weight into the leg. Twisted lizard there. Go ahead, bring the hand back down. I'm going to tuck my back toes and just slide that right leg back. Reach it out into the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee. I'm going to send the foot across toward the left. So I can open that hip in another direction. I'm going to look out under my right armpit. Go ahead, bring the foot back to the mat. And come forward into your high plank. Take a breath, pushing the mat away. Exhaling this time, we'll lower down to our bellies. And take a little lift up into your cobra, flatten out the back. Lift the chest, let the shoulders roll away from the ears. Beautiful. Let's slide the forearms out right in front of us. And that right knee is going to come up next to us. I'm going to flex my foot and let it open up just a little bit wider than the knee in my half frog pose. Taking a nice little twist from here, I'm going to take my left hand, thread it under the right arm. Palm faces up. Send that right shoulder across to the other side of the mat. So my knee is bent there. Foot is on the floor, and I'm going to reach that right arm open to the other side.
Você tá dormindo? Tem uma coisa importante que eu queria te contar, mas eu tô com medo que meu coração silencie meus lábios.
This is our prone twist. I'm trying to bring both shoulder blades down to the mat. So it's a really nice big twist through the whole spine. You can turn your head to look out toward the right. Now, if your right arm doesn't comfortably come to the ground, just bend the elbow, let the hand rest on the body so that it can be relaxed instead of floating. And just connect to your breath for a moment here. Keep relaxing here just for 2 more breaths. And then on your next breath, we'll slowly just turn our way back over into that half frog. So my forearms come back underneath. Knee is bent here. Very good. Let's close this hip, give it a little rest, bring the legs together. Hands are gonna walk up right next to the chest, tuck your toes, and lift back into your downward facing dog, hips reaching toward the sky. Take a couple breaths right here. Looking forward, or step or hop to the top of your mat and take a forward fold. Slowly moving your way up. Inhale to reach up to the sky. Exhale, open the feet. Let's sit into our chair. Take a nice big sink in. And then release it to the mat. Go ahead, step the right foot back, come to that runner's lunge. Give yourself a little stretch in first.
Are you asleep? There's something important that I need to tell you, and I'm
And then I'm going to release that knee down to the mat, flatten the foot. Left foot is going to walk out toward the edge of the mat. And I'm going to let that hip open like I did before, coming to the edge of my foot. Just take a breath there. If that feels good, do your little press, so right hand staying down. A little bit of weight onto the left thigh. Releasing the hand back to the mat. Tuck those right toes, lift the knee back up. And I'm sending that left leg up and out, three-legged dog. Take a big stretch. I'm gonna bend the knee, let the foot come across toward the right as I look out under the left armpit. Bring the foot back to the mat. Let's move forward into our high plank. Lower to the ground. Take a lift up into your cobra. Exhale, gently lower the body back down. And I'm going to slide the forearms onto the ground so my elbows are right under the shoulders there. If you find you can't quite lift the chest, your elbows might be too far back. So just slide the hands out all the way off the mat. Left knee is going to come up this time, half frog. Let's flex that foot. Bring it open a little bit wider than the knee. A few breaths into our low back here, into our hips. From here, our right hand is going to slide under left. Send that left shoulder over toward the other side of the mat and let it open up into your prone twist. Find your breath here. Let the head turn over toward the left. And just enjoy this full body twist. Let's give ourselves 2 more breaths here. And nice and gentle, we'll bring it over to the center. Lifting back into that half frog, so back onto your forearms. And then relax the hip. Let's bring the legs together. Walk the hands right next to the chest. And I'm going to push back into my child's pose. Let's give it 5 breaths here, just releasing that low back. On your next breath, go ahead, walk the hands over to the right as far as you can bring them. Give yourself a nice big side stretch and relax down into it. Go ahead, take it to the other side, walking it all the way out and relaxing down. Moving back to the center. Let's roll our way up, sit onto the feet in our hero's pose. Taking a couple breaths here, we're just letting the quads open up. We're going to take a seated cat-cow in this position. I'm just going to let my hands spread wide, bring them down onto the thighs. Give a little push into the legs. Let the chest open up a little taller. As I inhale, I'm just going to curve my back, send my tailbone out. As I exhale, I'll round. Let the tailbone tuck under onto the heels. Chin comes to chest. Open forward. Exhale back. So as you move, really just getting your full range of motion here. If it's too uncomfortable to sit on the feet, you can come to regular seated. And just keep that motion in the spine. Full spine up through the neck and tailbone coming into the movement. Let's take one more in each pose. And release to seated. Go ahead, bring the legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. And take a breath up, sitting nice and tall. Let's flex the feet, spread the toes. As you exhale, move into your staff fold. Let the backs of the legs relax as much as they can, coming in toward the mat. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. We'll roll our way up. Let's take the right knee into the chest. Give it a little hug. And then just step it to the outside of the left knee. You can leave this bottom leg extended, or if it feels good, bend that knee. Give yourself a little more stretch. We're going to take our half lord of the fish, twisting over toward the right. Left elbow is going to hook to the outside of that knee. I'm going to open up my hand nice and wide, just like this, adding a little bit of energy to the pose. So our hand movements in yoga are our mudras, and they all have different things that they channel. So here we want to draw in a bit of energy, alertness into our pose to start our day bright, relaxed, joyful. Let your head turn to look over that right shoulder. And then gently we'll release. Bring it back to the center. Let's reach the leg back out long. And I'm going to step the left foot over this time. Bend that right knee under if it feels good. And we're taking that twist over toward the left. Hook the right elbow. Bring up that open palm. Like you're welcoming in the sunshine, the brightness of the day. Draw that brightness into yourself. Carry it through the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Go ahead, release to the middle. Let's unwrap the legs and we're going to come down onto our back. Just let the knees come into the chest with you. Give them a little hug and a rock side to side, just massaging out that spine. You give the knees a little circle around, get a little deeper in the low back. Pause in the center and we'll take it to happy baby. So we're going to flex the feet, let the knees open wider than the rib cage. And I'm going to take a hold of either the bottoms of the feet or the backs of the legs if that feels more comfortable. And give yourself a rock side to side. Pausing in the center, let's extend the left leg, let it come out as long as it can. Maybe open up a bit to the side. Bend that knee in, take the right leg out. As long as you can, maybe open the hip a little more. And take the feet together. Let's bring them down to the mat. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a big long stretch. And then exhale, let the arms slide down beside you. Palms open up toward the ceiling. And my legs slide out long. Coming to Shavasana. Let's just take 2 minutes of stillness to breathe, to connect. No work needs to be done now, that'll come. Right now is your peaceful moment in the morning. Just allow yourself to enjoy it. Be present. Let's slowly begin to wake the body back up. Taking a couple deep breaths in and out. Let the hands and feet begin to move and stretch. Let the arms reach back, stretching the whole body, fingertips to toes. And relaxing back down. I'm going to walk my feet up onto the mat. Just give the knees a little rock side to side. And whenever you're ready, just slowly make your way back up to seated. You can leave the eyes closed a moment longer. From here, we'll take our hands into a prayer position over the heart. Thank yourself for this time you've dedicated to your practice, to your well-being. Starting your day with movement and with peace. I'm sending out all my gratitude to each of you and hoping we can carry this through the day as our obstacles arise, everyday life. That we can keep in mind this peace, this power, and the brightness that's within us. And move through that instead of stress or anger. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We'll see you next time.